So if Buicks are your thing. Here's the GNX Ray. It's part of the GNX program. So he started out with a white T-top and he built his own. Those of you who are around the mid-80s, these things with Bad Man Pajamas. GNX. There's another couple of Grand Nationals there. 6-cylinder turbo. It's wreaked havoc in NHRA. And Buddy Ingersoll was lining them up and knocking them down. And I think Kenny Treef put the kibosh on that. So, what's cool here is these are 1969 Stage 1 GS400s. Now, the Stage 1 package, of course, is best known from 1970 with the 455 and the 500 foot-pounds of torque. But to have this many of these cars here, 68, 69 Stage 1s, we'll just take a quick walk down the line. Paul Haddock, 1969. You can see the unique tag on the hood. And although it was not a fresh air car, it did have these two interesting hood treatment inserts, which is part of the styling back in that time period. And obviously from the tags on here, you've got a number of different awards this car has gotten too. Gary Payne is the owner of this one. And that might be a 69 as well. I think 69s are in this row and 68s are on the row behind it. So again, a very cool display of cars. I mean, I was pretty blown away to see this many of these things because they are really, really unobtainium. And again, check it out. It's bench seat 4-speed. This car we looked at on Thursday. And this is actually a pretty cool survivor car. One interesting note the owner told us was that if you bought a Buick in white, you got black rims if you bought Steely's. And he said quite a few were delivered with Steely's. He didn't really think about that. Steve Whitaker is the owner of this car. And it is a survivor. It's 80,000 miles, but that's original paint. And the car was sold new in New York, and it came out of Canada when Steve bought it. The numbers matching 415 Stage 1 coupes with factory 4-speed, but factory AC as well, and power disc brakes. Dealer order form, dealer invoice. That's pretty cool. You know, paperwork really matters. These are copies of the original stuff he's had printed on this board here, which is very, very nice. Gilbert Voling owns this one here. Obviously, this one is redone, but very nice black convertible. If you see that yellow sticker on the headlight, that's to verify that it's been checked to make sure it doesn't have a full tank of fuel in it for being inside. Got a Hearst stick 4-speed in the console. Pretty cool thing there, man. T-handle. Another convertible here. This one is Ted Nagel's. This one is a 68. As you can tell by the low back bucket seats. Again, horseshoe grip shifter, sports steering wheel, rally wheels, red paint. Pretty stout car right there. Got the page on the original brochure showing. And finally, GS400 here. $4,200 sticker price, and Stage 1 package was factory installed, so you're looking at $33.25 for the vehicle and another $199 to put the Stage 1 equipment on it. So I'm digging a little consolette in 4-speed. A guy named Ajesh Perka is the owner of this car. I hope that's right, brother, but I tried. Again, baby, light my fire. Where the sports set goes. Obviously something that's going to be unveiled in a little bit. Now we've got the Stage 1 here. Very, very nice car. J.L. Hutton owns this one. Tan interior, tan console, horseshoe shifter, rally wheels. Got a pretty sporty car. Interesting treatment with this vinyl top here, where it's partial, kind of loops up over the seat pillar back there. Pretty neat. Another car from Ted Nagel's collection. Yeah, I dig those motor wheel spiders. Oh, that is cool. Let's take a look. Oh, and this one's a GS350, which is pretty cool too. I don't know if the Stage 1 package was available on the GS350. Maybe it was. It says it's a GS Stage 1 invitation, but I don't see anything else denoting what that Stage 1 would have been on the 350 package. Yeah, I'm digging those motor wheel spiders. Very cool stuff. And that might well be a Buick. Looks like a Buick factory tag. 4-speed. Stick. Rob and Brian Henschel own this one. This one's from '69, another convertible. You know, this is part of the thing that makes McCacken cool. Now, you're seeing these cars here. These will probably never ever be gathered in this quantity again in one location. I mean, generally these kind of displays are one time only because McCacken rotates out every year. It's never the same cars. And so having this GS Invitational was a special part of this year, and a ton of really, really cool cars here. Bill and Brenda Gorman on this one. And again, white interior, looks like parchment parchment colored equipment, and parchment color interior rather, and a horseshoe shifter. And it's got road wheels on it, dual outside mirrors. Which actually wasn't mandated by the government. You paid extra if you wanted that mirror to keep yourself out of trouble when you're pulling out of parallel parking. That was just the way it was back then. Buick Club of America. Antique Automobile Club of America. Yeah, gorgeous paint. Gorgeous paint on this car. Yeah, now you can see the front end styling here. This is a '68 GS. And you can see the change to '69, the center rib in it, and also a slight honeycomb pattern. '68 was a little cleaner. Again, these inserts on the fenders, the GS400 identification. Another 4-speed car, looks like it's got factory or dealer installed air conditioning on it. Kind of interesting. Stark Traxler is the owner of this car, and it's got those really, really cool cast metal wheel covers on it. So again, Steve, the guy with the white car, was telling us a surprising number of these cars did come with steelies on them. You know, guys would buy the steel wheels and because they wanted to put an aftermarket like a motor wheel spider on them. And then we're back to our GNX display. Since we're looking at GM, let's go over here and take a look at a couple of these Oldsmobiles. So, you know, as you can see, got one car I'm familiar with. It's Ron McHugh. That was a D-stock record holder back in the 1970s. And then, of course, this one's a restoration. The W30 package cars. It's a 455. Now, this one's owned by Daniel Goss. And it is also an NHRA stock eliminator record holder. So it's been restored back to stock. I guess they didn't want anyone to know who owned it, so they took the name off. Anyway, I know Ron from, you know, he'd come to the York reunions and we talked quite a bit. And I don't know if he's here this weekend. I've been running and didn't see much, but anyway, it's great to see the car here. So again, the Garner Auto Specialties and Miller Auto Care, they're both covered up here with the stuff getting ready for a debut, unveilings. And not sure what this is, but looks like it's got motor wheel spider on the front, a big fat drag slick on the back, although not that wide, so probably a street car or stock eliminator car. And then here's the Harris-Smith Golden Shifter 1968 Grand Prix. And finally, the awesome, incredible .428 powered GT500. I believe that's a 68 too, but I'm not a big Mustang guy, so don't hold me to that if I'm wrong. But I think that's a 68 or 69 model. The KR, of course, had that interesting roll bar over the top, and I am not sure if that was actually for show or if it actually worked, but Shelby's were pretty serious cars, so it might have been functional. And again, the Harris-Smith Golden Shifter lettering on this thing. Again, not too many of these cars survived. You can see there's a few hot rod parts under the hood. And Burlwood inserts, dual gate shifter, the his and hers version. Burlwood on the dash is pretty incredible on this. Check this out. Wood steering wheel. And I'm assuming it says Linda Harris-Smith Golden Shifter. Maybe there was a platform that once sat up here. I have not seen pictures of Linda in this car. I'm pretty sure from '68 she was in the Hurstolds. I'm also checking out those power windows. I mean, this is actually a very cool piece right here. All right, well, that'll take care of part 2. Thanks again. This is Jeff Stunkard, and we will be back.